Autism Fitness founder, leading the movement for movement, Eric Chessen here. And before I get started, please like, subscribe, and if this helps someone in your circle, even if it's the second or third ring of your circle, please share. Want to grow the Autism Fitness channel. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers and literally could not have done it without you. So if you continue to gain knowledge and practice from this channel, please share it with someone who might do the same. This is the fourth video in the continuing series of the 5 whys of autism fitness. It might seem self-evident, but self-evident is not good enough. We want to explore the reasons why fitness is so critical for the autism and neurodivergent population. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the fourth why, which is general health and well-being. Yes, fitness does actually help or improve or completely restructure physical wellness and general health, right? It seems obvious, but obvious doesn't mean that we are implementing it immediately. So think about the autism and neurodivergent people in your life and how much access do they have to a consistent fitness training program. And therein lies the issue. Now, you might be a certified pro, or you might be implementing programs in a school or clinical or residential setting right now. And I have to say that your athletes are some of the fortunate ones right now because that is not widespread. And if we go back historically, so I'll just talk about my history. I was in a behavior science class, and this is 23 years ago. And the professor was talking about operant conditioning, and he was giving the unfortunately cliched example of, when we're teaching someone a skill, then we just give them, literally, he said, we'll give them an M&M, and then they keep learning the skill, and we keep giving them M&Ms, and then we'll pay someone to get them to lose weight later. Ha ha ha. And he thought this was funny, but to me that represented a real problem, a couple different problems. Certainly not respecting the made up individual that he was speaking about, but at the same time looking at fitness and health as an afterthought for the autism and neurodivergent population. Well, no more. And let me talk a little bit more about why. Because in a general sense, we can talk about fitness being good, quote unquote, for health and wellness. But if we look at that a little closer, and if we fine tune our lens here, so what do we get through fitness, particularly resistance-based training, which is what our entire autism fitness methodology is based upon, because it's going to have the highest generalization to activities of daily living and quality of life. If we bring it back to why is fitness important for general health and well-being, we can talk about the preventative and proactive, which I'll talk about in the next video. But let's get a couple of key terms and realities here. So number one, we talk about immune function. Certainly vigorous physical activity, structured vigorous physical activity is going to improve immune function. I don't know how many of you out there who have been working with or caring for the autism population for a long time have had the experience of being sneezed on or coughed on. In 21 years of this work, I certainly have. But what if we could improve immune functioning and just have an individual who is less prone to getting sick, right? And they feel better throughout the course of their day. So we have immune function. Then we have cardiovascular functioning. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the statistics that are thrown out regularly, particularly in the Western world, we have a major issue with cardiovascular disease and complications. So this is another area where, and nutrition is a big component of this as well, but where regular, meaning consistent, vigorous physical activity, again, particularly resistance training, is going to have a net beneficial effect on that. So there's our general health one and our general health two, our immune system, and then cardiovascular functioning. General health and well-being is also, if you go back to the video about independence, strength and stability and motor planning. Well, where does that come from? That comes from building lean muscle and being able to utilize it in a variety of different situations. So resistance-based training is going to help our athletes develop and maintain lean muscle. So as they age into their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, we don't also see degeneration or atrophy of muscle tissue. Same goes for joints and bones. We don't want to see a degradation of the bones and of the joints. We want to maintain stability and joint and bone health for our autism and neurodivergent individuals. That is a big part of general health and wellness. So we can look at this along a continuum. So from a general health and wellness standpoint, at younger ages, our individuals are going to build up these motor planning and these physical skills so that they can be more independent. And still the same things apply as far as immune system functioning and cardiovascular functioning and they're being less prone towards a lot of these other medical complications. But it also sets a precedent so that as individuals age, I don't know about you, I've had many athletes who are at risk for cardiovascular disease, at risk for type 2 diabetes, and have limited mobility as well in their teens and 20s and 30s. So we're going to be talking about the preventative aspect of physical fitness next week. So prevention. But here, what are the main aspects or attributes of fitness for general health and well-being? We talked about the physical. Now we can talk about the psycho-emotional. All right. What do we know about regular, consistent exercise? We can talk about dopamine and serotonin and norepinephrine and the elevation of what are commonly referred to as the feel-good hormones. Now, this has not been widely studied in the autism and neurodivergent population, but it's probably, and I say probably safe to say that we have a lot of the same beneficial effects of regular physical exercise on the ASD and ND population that we do on the neurotypical population. So in addition to the physiological benefits, we also have these biochemical responses that may increase good mood and may decrease some of the lows that our individuals experience. Certainly, this has been demonstrated again in the neurotypical population. So it stands to reason, or at least healthy questioning of why not for the autism population as well. So that is a short synopsis of why fitness programs, particularly resistance-based training, because it's going to build the strength, stability, and motor planning that is going to show up in the real world, in those activities of daily living, why it is so critical for the autism and neurodivergent population. And if we're going to consider this as a pillar of life skills, then we want to implement it properly. And that's where the Autism Fitness certification comes in. So if you are not already a certified pro, now is your time. You can get certified anywhere in the world, and then join me for your live, practical, full day, hands on, feet on, brains on training that you and your athletes need. And that you can join either virtually or you can join in person, select dates and locations. Go ahead over to autismfitness.com to learn more or to register and start your coursework. Again, if this has been helpful for you, if this is something that you want to share with somebody who might be ready to become a certified pro or wants to bring this program into their school or clinic or organization, then please, in addition to already liking, already subscribing, share this with them. I'm Autism Fitness founder Eric Chessen. Thank you very much for watching, and be back with another video every Tuesday, a new Tuesday training.